Galnet News Update, 3rd of June 3308. Professor Albert Tesreau has gone public on the information about salvation discovered following a tip-off last week, and has called for the secretive scientist to be locked up pending an inquiry into his alleged part in the murders of test subjects at the Azimuth Biochemicals facility at Oaken Point and of the crew of the Alexandria megaship. The evidence uncovered links salvation and the character known as the Witch to a vice president of Azimuth Biochemicals, Dr. Caleb Wycherley. If we are to believe the strong circumstantial evidence in Wycherley's own logs, which were recorded at the time of the First Thargoid War in 3151, the Witch, who has been responsible for a number of criminal activities, is the same person as Salvation, the darling of the superpowers, and who claims to hold the key to permanently wiping Thargoids off the face of the galaxy. Professor Tesreau, who worked for anti-Xeno organisation Aegis until it was defunded and suspended by the superpowers in favour of Salvation, has called for Salvation to be questioned about this new information and for the superpowers to suspend their support for Salvation until the inquiry concludes. The superpowers have previously provided Salvation with megaships and with other military resources, including volunteer soldiers, putting Salvation in a strong position to resist arrest should the galactic authorities attempt this. The three superpowers have so far responded non-committally to the allegations, having trusted Salvation to protect humanity against the Thargoids. They may not be in a position to start questioning his good intentions. Many commanders still support Salvation, arguing that the ends justify the means, and it seems hugely unlikely that a senior figure in Azimuth Biochemicals, who recorded a log 157 years ago, would still be alive. The logs, they argue, must be fakes, placed by Aegis to try and discredit their hero. So there is both jubilation and trepidation as Tesreau's organisation's presentation calls for the creation of a Salvation investigation into the Thargoid extermination situation and into misappropriation and asphyxiation aboard the Alexandria. The anticipation of incarceration and the prospect of litigation over his human rights violations is likely to cause Salvation consternation. Together with equivocation from the superpowers in the face of growing polarisation of opinion over Salvation, we can safely conclude this is not going to end well. The Upaniclis system is heaving with traders who've discovered that the Golcondas, long sequestered away from civilization, have no idea of the value of anything and are offering crazy prices for tritium. The Golconda has already been loaded up with 15 million tonnes of frameshift fuel, making it unlikely that it will ever have to be refuelled again after the current appeal ends, assuming that the extra mass of all that tritium doesn't rip it apart at the seams when it attempts its first jump. Commanders who have fleet carriers already are reported to be making ridiculous amounts of credits by selling fuel to the gullible Golcondans, while commanders saving up for a fleet carrier can easily earn the entire purchase price of 5 billion credits after a single day in a Lakon Type 9. The galaxy has a lot to thank the Golcondans for.